Yusuf. And this what happened is there is a very detailed story about the lifestyle of the sort of life Hazrat Yusuf lived from the time that he was being, you could say, sort of tortured, sort of treated ill by his brothers up to the time he became the king of Egypt. And after him becoming king, not only him but all his brothers as well, and the entire family, they benefited from it. But there is a story to it too. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him such a big status, high status, despite the fact that he was a Nabi of the time. Obviously every Nabi is very is a very blessed person. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has showered an abundant amount of blessings upon them. But they also have a side of them which apparently goes through a lot of sacrifices, a lot of trials, a lot of pain, only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in this story what happens is, as it comes in Quran, وَغَلَّقَتِ الْأَبْوَابَ وَقَالَتْ هَيْتَ that after Hazrat Yusuf was thrown into the well, a caravan passed by the well. And that caravan, they saw Hazrat Yusuf he was in the well, so they picked him up from the well and they took him to Egypt. They were traveling from Canaan to Egypt. Canaan was where the Yaqub along with his entire family used to live. After that, Yusuf as a child was being taken to Egypt, and according to that time, some people thought he was a slave because these people made him a slave, and he was being sold to another person called Aziz Misr, a very rich person. And he kept him as a son, he took care of him when he was young, and he grew up as a very handsome man. And we all know one of the mu'jizat, one of the miracles of Yusuf was, he was very handsome. So the wife of Aziz Misr, whose name was Zulaikha, Shaitan somehow the other got into her and convinced her to do something bad. So as it comes in Quran, وَغَلَّقَتِ الْأَبْوَابِ. One time Yusuf was in the house with her, and for some reason Aziz Misr wasn't there. And obviously, as I said, that Aziz Misr took him and nourished him and brought him up in his house as a child. It was like their son. So something got in her head and she locked the door. And she tried to call him toward the sin, invite him toward the sin, try to seduce him. Right away he replied, قَالَ مَعَاذُ اللَّهِ. I seek the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنَّهُ رَبِّي أَحْسَنَ مَثْوَايَ. Indeed, my Lord is the best source of protection. He is going to protect me from every sin. إِنَّهُ لَا يُفْلِحُ الظَّالِمُونَ. And indeed, ظالمون, oppressors, people, wrongdoers, they do not success at all. Then there comes up a portion, وَلَقَدْ هَمَّتْ بِهِ وَهَمَّ بِهَا لَوْلَا أَرَأَى بُرْهَانَ رَبِّهِ. Now as Muslims, it is our aqidah, our belief that all the Anbiya Karam alayhi salatu wasalam, from Adam alayhi salatu wasalam to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, they are free of sins. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, since Allah has created them, they don't have a sin, any sin in their book of deeds. This is the speciality of a Nabi. That's why they are al-Mustafa, they're chosen ones. So in Quran it comes that, and then when, وَلَقَدْ هَمَّتْ بِهِ, when she intends to do something bad with him, وَهَمَّ بِهَا, and he intends something with her too. Now this is where the ayat stops. لَوْلَا أَرَّأَى بُرْهَانَ رَبِّهِ. Had he not seen the Burhan, the evidence, clear sign from his Lord. Now what happens is, obviously we know Zulaikha, she was just a regular woman. So for her to do anything bad, to think of anything wrong, it was something normal. We all go through that phase. But Hazrat Yusuf how is that possible? In the Quran, apparently the apparent words are, he intended also. Now what did he intend? Now see, the thing is, he didn't intend anything like that, first of all. The evidence for that is when the Quran says وَهَمَّتْ بِهِ وَهَمَّ بِهَا, Quran uses two different tenses. Meaning Quran could have, if both of these people, Yusuf and Zulaikha, were thinking of the same exact thing or had the exact same intention, then the Quran would have said hamma biha. I mean, both of them did the same. For example, if I say two people are running, I'm not going to say he's running and she's running. I'm going to say both of them are running. So Quran could have said that both of them thought of the same thing. They intended the same thing, but
Quran said first she intended to do one thing, then he intended to do also something. The reason for that is, see, when she intended to do something, according to the Shariah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she intended to do something wrong. She was not even a Nabi. Automatically, not even she intended to do something wrong, she locked up the door, which showed the person was trying to make utmost effort to commit a sin, which apparently earned her a sin too. On the other side, Hazrat Yusuf is a person who is free of sin. However, as an insan, a thought can always cross a person's mind. A thought can cross a person, as the Mufassir mentioned on this point, that a thought came in his brain, not just to commit a sin, but when a person is in such an environment, something can always go through a person's mind, doesn't matter, even if he's not intending to do anything. From the beginning till the end, Hazrat Yusuf as a Nabi, we can't even imagine him doing anything like that. So he didn't do anything like that also, but a very slight, swift thought passed through his brain. That's why Allah said, Lawla arbad, Allah Ta'ala saved him. Lawla arra'a burhan rabbi, had he not seen the clear evidence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now there are different segments of the Mufassir on this one. What happened to him? What exactly came through his brain that Allah Ta'ala saved him from this? And so what happened was there are 4 different statements, 3-4 statements. Number 1, when Zulaykha made this entire environment so shaitani, so seducing apparently, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed him a picture, an image of Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, telling him, indicating him, my son, do not commit a sin. This was it. Obviously the qudra of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect his Nabi. Number 1. Number 2, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed him an image of Aziz Misr to remind him, doesn't matter what she may want, at the end of the day, she is his wife. Number 3, what happened was, on top, one of the ayah of Quran, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. Translation is, لَا تَقْرَبُوا, do not go even close to fornication. Indeed, it is a very obscene, very shameless act, وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا, and what a bad and an evil way it is. So when he saw upwards, he saw this ayah written. Allah Ta'ala by His Qudra saw him to protect him from such a sin, which obviously as a Nabi again, it would not happen anyway. And then, the 4th and last one was, Zulaykha, because obviously these people were mushrik in general. So she had an idol in her house. So when she was thinking of doing all this, she went to the idol and she covered the idol with some sort of sheep. So Yusuf asked her, why did you do this? She said, see, he's my Lord. The idol is my Lord. And I don't want to commit any sin in front of my Lord. That's why I covered him up. So Yusuf said, by that who she's calling a Lord is not even worthy to be called. I mean, that idol statue is a non-living thing, is still, they can't see, can't do anything. And she actually has so much consideration about that idol, then why not me, who believe in one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who knows everything, who sees everything, should not have consideration of him, who always sees me. And the other statement is, the fact, the burhan, the evidence, the sign is, since he was a Nabi himself, his nur, the light of the Nabuwwat was strong enough for him to protect him from such a sin. And at the end, Allah Ta'ala mentioned, كَذَلِكَ لِنَصْرِفَ عَنْهُ السُّوءَ وَالْفَحْشَاءَ. This is how we turn away a bad thing, a wrong thought, وَالْفَحْشَاء, and a very shameless, a very obscene sort of thought or an action. إِنَّهُ مِنْ عِبَادِنَا الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Indeed, he was from our slave who are mukhlasin, chosen. Because remember, in Quran, Shaitan made a promise to Allah that قَالَ رَبِّ بِمَا أَوَّيْتَنِي لَأُزَيِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. قَالَ رَبِّ بِمَا أَوَّيْتَنِي. O my Lord, بِمَا أَوَّيْتَنِي لَأُزَيِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. That I am going to beautify this world for your slaves. وَلَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. All of them, I'm going to lead them astray. I'm going to guide them towards the wrong path. But There is exception also Shaitan made on this point. إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Except those slave of yours who are the chosen ones. And that is what Allah Ta'ala says, that since he was the chosen one of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also protects all those people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to protect from sin. Indeed, it is only in the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that a person can commit a sin or be protected from. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina